contains eyeshadow. As you can see, I actually put eyeshadow on my face, and I know y'all motherfuckers ain't used to that shit. Your girl decided to play a little bit in makeup. Now, I've told y'all that we're gonna be doing a few more of these types of eyeshadow types of situations because your girl wants to get better at doing that. I'm also testing my patience because y'all know I'm all about very simplistic makeup. I don't like doing a whole heck of a lot, okay? And so when I had the opportunity to try out this particular palette, I was like, let me go ahead and do that, and I'm gonna tell you why that is. First and foremost, let me show you what the palette is that I am showing y'all today. And the cool thing about this palette, it is not just eyeshadows within said palette, okay? It also has lip colors, it has blush, it even has highlight, okay? And guess what? Every motherfucking thing that you see on my face is from this motherfucking palette. Every motherfucking thing you see on my face is from this motherfucking palette. I'm talking about one palette for everything that you need for your entire face. The only two things that are not in this palette, okay, are foundation and powder. Everything else that I am wearing on my face came directly from this palette, and that palette is, bam, the Deck of Scarlet palette. Now, let me give you guys the rundown and why it is that I was actually interested in checking this palette out, okay? Like I said, there is not just eyeshadow in this particular palette. It contains lip colors, it also contains blush, it contains highlight, right? Now you guys know typically when you run across a palette with all of those things within that palette, okay, it's not necessarily brown girl friendly, okay? So when I was approached to check this palette out, to try it out and test it out for my damn self, of course the first thing I'm checking out is to see, are these colors brown girl friendly, okay? And these absolutely are, as you guys can tell. The other thing that I absolutely love about this palette is the fact that everything is in this palette. So literally I can just take this, take powder and foundation, and just walk out the door if I was going on a trip. I don't have to bring a whole makeup bag with all of my items or whatever in it. If I just knew I was going to be gone for a few days and I was going to do a couple of simple makeup looks, right? I can literally take this palette because it's got lip colors, eyeshadows, it's got my highlight, it's got my blush, all of that in there, take a foundation and then take a powder, and I'm good to go. So let me go ahead and give you the rundown of how this whole Deck of Scarlet thing works, okay? First and foremost, if you're not familiar with the Deck of Scarlet palette, okay, this is a bi-monthly subscription service, right? So the cool thing about this is that the palette that I'm about to show y'all is one of many palettes that come out literally every other month. Now the cool thing about this is the fact that, one, you're gonna get a brand spanking new palette every single month. It is $29.95, so it's really inexpensive, and if you really think about what you're getting within said palette that I'm about to show y'all, $29.95 is actually a damn good price because you can buy a blush for that much, okay? The other really cool thing about the Deck of Scarlet bi-monthly subscription service is the fact that every other month you're gonna get a completely different palette, okay? And that palette is gonna contain eyeshadows, it's gonna contain blush, etc., etc. And every single one that you get is going to be a different collaboration with a different YouTuber. So that is ridiculously awesome, okay? So when you find out who it is that's collabing for the next one, if it's something that tickles your fancy, you go for it. And if not, if you see that the colors that are within the palette that's coming out the month that you're looking at is not necessarily your stilo, you can actually skip that month as well. As you guys can see here, great packaging. This particular palette was actually a collaboration with Babs Beauty. So if any of you guys follow her, this is her palette, right? And as I open said palette, you're gonna also see that you're going to see all of the amazing colors that are within this palette, some of which are eyeshadows, some of which are highlight, and then you also have a little chubby stick, which is a lip color, and it is a drop dead, gorgeous as fuck ass nude color, and it is amazing on many skin tones. Of course, the palette comes with a mirror, which is amazing too. So basically, let me go ahead and show you what I did to get said look. So as you guys already know, I always start off with my concealer, and that's pretty much what I did. I used my concealer and then went ahead and set that. And any information in regards to the other items I'm using on my face, because this palette does not contain concealer, which I should have told y'all, I also will leave that down below so you guys can check it out. But just in the essence of saving time, you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. From there, of course, I do my foundation, and then of course I set my face. Now, here is the exciting part, which is the use of this palette and how I used it on my face, okay? So number one, you guys already can see that I did a purpley look. So the colors that I chose for this palette, or from this palette for me to use, were Sophia and I also used Making Mauves, which is that middle color. And basically I used the Making Mauves as my base. And you're gonna notice I went a little old school with the tape on the eyes, but bitch, a bitch is brand spanking new at this shit. I don't do this on the regular. I ain't no motherfucking MUA. Y'all know I am a layman, okay? And so I am practicing, right? So we went and used Making Mauves as my base for my eyeshadow look. And I wanted to do a very casual purpley eye, right? So I went ahead and went in after that with Sophia, okay? And kind of filled in the rest of my lids. And then from there, I went ahead and used Gilded as my highlight. So you can see that here. And then from there used Bob D or Bob Dye, however you pronounce it, but that beautiful rose colored blush on my cheeks. And that's what you guys can see here on my face, right? The other thing is that I went ahead and mixed a couple of the lip color options they gave me. So what you guys see is that I'm wearing Plump, which is this color right here, that top color on my lips. And from there, I also mixed it up with just a little bit of that brownie color. And the only thing that I did just to make it pop even more is I added some clear lip gloss on top, and that was it. But everything from my face is from this palette. Anyway, y'all, I wanted to pop in and show this palette to y'all, and I just cannot tell you enough how cool this idea is. One, the fact that everything is within the same palette. So if you're on the go, or you just need some makeup to just keep at your office, in your desk that you can use to just kind of do whatever you need to do if you're going to a happy hour or a social event after work, so you don't have to bring your entire makeup bag to your office, or if you're traveling or whatever the case may be. This keeps everything pretty much compact and it's good to go, right? Very travel friendly. The other side of things is too, with this service, you get a new palette from a different YouTuber every other month, and you can actually collect these. And the cool thing is every other month you're gonna get a completely different palette. So they're gonna have different colors, different blushes, different lip colors, and it's gonna suit all different types of skin tones. So like I said, again, if this particular palette doesn't tickle your fancy, you can actually skip that month and you can go ahead and wait for the one that comes the month after that, you know, the second to, you know, month after that. Y'all know what I mean. Bi-monthly, right? So make sure you guys check out the link down below to go ahead and try this out, y'all. It is literally only $29.95, and for real, you can spend more than that on a damn blush, okay? Let's be real. That's some eyeshadow or whatever, okay? There's some glitters right now that are $30, $20, $40. You know what I'm saying? So why not try this out and see what you think? If you guys want me to come back with more looks like this, because I know I don't do a lot of get ready with me's and those types of things, holla at your girl down below. Thumbs up the video if you guys want to see more of these types of things when I pop in and show you guys a different eyeshadow look or makeup look or whatever the case may be, okay? And you already know what to do. As always, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/SocialiteSandy. Hit me up on my Facebook fan page or my Pinterest page. Those links are down below. Hit me up on my blog, TheSocialiteLife.com, and hit me up on Instagram, Periscope, and Snapchat at SocialiteSandy, SANDE. And you already know I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye.